Listen up, baby boomers. This video is for you. An article that you see online should not determine where you spend your retirement years. Imagine taking the time to really research the town that you want to retire in, only to move there and realize that this is not actually the town that you want to be in, and there are much better options for you. I get calls every week from baby boomers who are researching areas around Metro Atlanta to determine where is the best place for them to retire for a variety of reasons. So today we're going to talk about the towns that you should stay away from, and we're also going to talk about the towns that you should move to when you're looking to retire in Metro Atlanta. My name is Kelly Allen, and I've been helping people move into and out of Metro Atlanta for 26 years. If you are like the typical baby boomer that I speak to, you are researching several factors when it comes to finding the best place for you to retire. Those factors typically include access to healthcare, proximity to grandchildren, and recreation, things to do in the area. Sometimes some tax incentives as well. But those are typically the 3 to 4 things that baby boomers are researching when they're looking to decide where they want to move to. I saw an article this week on smartasset.com, which actually has some really great information and tools for retirees, but some of the recommendations they made on places to retire in Georgia were just plain wrong. In today's video, we're going to look at what they got wrong and my top places for retirees looking to move into the Metro Atlanta area. All right, so first let's go through the list that smartasset.com had. So first on their list was Cumming. I actually agree with Cumming. Not only did Cumming rate as their top city for retirees in the state, but it also rated second best for retirees in the entire country. And I actually don't disagree with them, but I would actually expand it, not just Cumming, but I would expand it into all of Forsyth County. Homeowners who live in Forsyth County and who are at least 65 years of age or older and have a primary residence in the county get to completely exempt the school taxes from their property tax bill. This can reduce their property tax bill by 60 to 65%, which is a massive savings. Now, if you couple that and you're living in Forsyth County and you're not living in the city limits of, let's say, Cumming, your property taxes are going to be even less. So when you live in Cumming or Forsyth County, you actually have great access to a wide range of healthcare centers. In fact, there are 33 medical centers per 1,000 residents as of this recording in the city of Cumming alone. But not only do you have access to those types of healthcare centers inside of Cumming in Forsyth County, but you can just hop on 400 and get down to the perimeter area, and you have access to very specific types of healthcare facilities like St. Joseph's for cardiology. Also, the third reason why Cumming made my list is access to Lake Lanier. If you are a retiree and you are wanting to have the amenity of a lake really close by, then Forsyth County or Cumming is going to be a fantastic place for you to explore. So Cumming is definitely towards the top of my list as well. It was number 1 on Smart Assets, and I do agree with that. Second on their list is Decatur, Georgia. Now, I love Decatur, Georgia. I'll actually put a video up here where I shot a video on the things that I love about Decatur. However, I haven't had any retirees really seek Decatur out. There's a couple reasons why. First of all, you've got great access to healthcare in Decatur. That's number 1 on your list of things that you're looking for when you are retiring. Then maybe Decatur should be on your list. However, easy access to interstates, not on your list if you're moving to Decatur. Also, the taxes, the property taxes of city of Decatur and DeKalb County can be quite high. So those are the reasons why it did not make my list. Next on their list was Stone Mountain, Georgia. Now, I do actually know some retirees that have moved to Stone Mountain, but it's not something that most retirees seek out to live in that area of Metro Atlanta. Now, when you live in Stone Mountain, you do have higher property taxes in some of the other areas that we're going to talk about, but you do also have access to some senior centers in the area. Johnny Isaacson built one of the more predominant ones in Stone Mountain, and you have access to the park, which is Stone Mountain itself, easy access to 78 and 285 as well. However, it's not compelling enough to make my list of places for people to retire. And I certainly haven't had anybody looking to retire there that's called me. Next on their list is Fayetteville, Georgia. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with Fayetteville, Georgia, but I was surprised that Peachtree City didn't make the list and Fayetteville did. So I'm striking Fayetteville from the list, but I'm substituting it with Peachtree City, its next door neighbor. So Peachtree City is located on the south side of Atlanta. It's a quick drive into the airport. In fact, a lot of people who worked for Delta or some of the other companies have lived in Peachtree City in that Fayette County area. So, but there's so much more to Peachtree City than the location. Number one is the golf cart lifestyle. So if the idea of hopping in your golf cart and driving it to the grocery store or out to dinner or just around Peachtree City excites you, then this could be the town for you. The second thing I love about Peachtree City is just how beautiful it is. It's surrounded by lakes, parks, lush greenery. So whether you're a golfer or you're a walker, or if you're a golf carter, then you're gonna really love the really pretty and serene environment that you're gonna find in Peachtree City. You have a variety of hospitals in the area, but not just hospitals. You do have access to specialty doctors as well. So you can probably get what you need in the town that you live in. But if you do need specialists that you can only find in the city, you're just a short drive to anywhere you want to go in the Atlanta area. And yes, Fayette County also has the senior property tax exemption. So if you're 65 years of age or older and you have a primary residence in Fayette County, then you may qualify for an up to 50% deduction in your property tax bill. So that's going to save you thousands of dollars every year, which again is another reason why Peachtree City made my list. Next on their list is Austell, Georgia. I also would never have put Austell, Georgia on my list. Now, Austell is in Cobb County. You do have property tax benefits when you are a senior living in Cobb County. However, Austell just seems to be one of those areas that has just stalled, and it has stalled for many years. Property values don't rise as high as other parts of Cobb County. It can feel really far out if you still want to get into the city for any reason, and access to health care is really few and far between. Snellville made their list as well, and Snellville definitely did not make my list of places to retire. Again, I think there are better areas for better equity growth positions for real estate. I certainly know that there are better areas to get access to healthcare, and I know there are better areas for recreational opportunities. Now, what am I going to substitute though? The first area I want to tell you about is Dunwoody. So Dunwoody, Georgia has one of the most fantastic and most convenient healthcare systems in the state. You have some of the most highly recognized specialists, not only in the state, but in the Southeast region and sometimes in the country in the Dunwoody area. Now, Dunwoody is located in DeKalb County, and so you're going to have a little bit higher property taxes, but if location to healthcare is important, if convenient access to the city or to I-285 and 400 is important to you, and access to things to do like the Chattahoochee River, to parks, to shopping, Dunwoody, Georgia is a place that you should focus on if you are retiring. Next on their list is Lawrenceville, Georgia. Lawrenceville also didn't make my top list of places to retire in Georgia. It's not somewhere where people come to me and really talk about wanting to retire. You've got a pretty heavy tax basis there. So it's in Gwinnett County. City of Lawrenceville and Gwinnett County have one of the highest property tax ratings in the state. And it just didn't make my list. I think there are more compelling places to go and to retire to. Also, Beaufort made their list, which Beaufort, I really do feel like that there's a lot going on in Beaufort. I think that it's certainly increasing in terms of lifestyle and amenities. However, again, not a place that I would zone in for if I were retiring, and not a place where any people that I talk to have talked about retiring in the metro Atlanta area. What really shocked me were the places that did not make their list. And one of the places that a ton of retirees go to in metro Atlanta is Woodstock, Georgia. Now, Woodstock, Georgia has a thriving downtown scene. And listen, just because you're retiring does not mean that you want to stop having fun.
What I like about Woodstock are the people, the quaint shops. Drawbacks, traffic, which is everywhere, but there's a lot of activities, a lot of sports, a lot of things to get involved with. I got a great church and sing in the choir that's in Woodstock. and it's a great little town.
How do you feel about your taxes, your property taxes?
They're better. They're probably better than Fulton or even Cobb now. And if you're retirement age, you have that homestead where you don't pay the school part of the tax. My neighbor pays something like $1,400. I pay $700 a year.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and I have almost 20 square feet.
Wow.
22,000 square feet. So
I love it. So if people are looking at Woodstock, would you recommend Woodstock?
yes, because you have access to all the highways. That's the big and shopping.
Okay, got it.
So if you're retiring and you know that you still want to enjoy restaurants and bars and breweries and things like that, Woodstock, Georgia is going to be the place that you really need to put at the top of your list. Another reason why people love Woodstock, again, is the property tax exemption. So you're in Cherokee County. So guess what? You get that school tax exemption again. And you also have access to good healthcare facilities, although not as many as are in Dunwoody, but the best ones are just a short distance away. You also have access to really amazing nature and outdoor things to do. So you've got nearby Lake Allatoona, you've got gorgeous parks, you've got great hiking trails, got a ton of stuff to do when you live in Woodstock. Last on their list was Lilburn, Georgia. And again, I think that this is the one that kind of stumped me more than anything. Lilburn, Georgia is a very congested town located just off I-285 in the 85 area. Location is fantastic in Lilburn. However, not a lot to do in that area unless you're going to drive into the city or into somewhere else. You do have decent access to healthcare facilities, but you're not going to get that property tax break that you're looking for. So I took Lilburn off the list as well. Okay, so another one that shockingly did not make their list that so many people focus on when they're retiring and downsizing and going into that empty nester phase is Marietta, Georgia. Now, Marietta, Georgia is located in Cobb County. I've shot numerous videos on Marietta, Georgia. I love it so much. This is a fantastic place to retire. It's very, very retiree friendly. Now, again, you've got the property tax deduction in Cobb County there. Marietta, Georgia is in Cobb County. So once you hit your mid 60s, you're going to be able to count off about 60 to 65% of your property tax bill, which is going to save you thousands.
Hi, I live in East Cobb because it's convenient to all the shopping. And I moved there when my daughter was young because it's the best school system in the state of Georgia, in Cobb County. And when you get to be a senior, your taxes are cut in half because you don't have to pay for the school taxes anymore on your property tax. So it's a win-win if you live in Cobb County.
You also have very convenient access to a wide range of healthcare options like WellStar, Northside, as well as specialty doctor's offices and hospitals. But again, Marietta is not far away at all from Sandy Springs and Dunwoody in the perimeter area. So you can be to a specialist if it's not in Marietta within a matter of minutes. You've got access to really great things to do, like you've got downtown Marietta Square, you have the Kennesaw National Battlefield that you can go hiking on, you've got decent access to Lake Allatoona, and you have access to the city and the Chattahoochee River. So you it can be a central location for you to spread out and do a lot of things. Another town that I constantly talk about to retirees is Roswell, Georgia. Roswell is located just beside Marietta, Georgia, and close to Alpharetta in Milton, Georgia as well. Roswell is fantastic. If you're looking for quality of life and you like to live your life outdoors, it just about doesn't get any better than Roswell, Georgia. You've got great access to the Chattahoochee River. You can swing up 400 and be at Lake Lanier very soon. And you've got lots of hiking trails and parks all around Roswell.
I'm from Roswell. We've been there for 40 years in the same house, in the same neighborhood. And we love it because it's got great access to the airport. It's a great little community. Kids grew up there and they enjoy to play ball there. Great access to healthcare. It's beautiful and they take care of everything. They're almost anal in Roswell, so everything is beautiful there. And that's why why we love it.
You also have a thriving historic district in Roswell. You've got Canton Street, which is a street lined with locally owned businesses, shops, restaurants, bars, and breweries. You have easy access to healthcare, and if it's not in North Fulton County, which is where Roswell is, you can head right down 400 and be to Dunwoody or the perimeter area in only about 15 minutes or less. Again, don't let an outdated article determine where you should live. Make sure you do your research. I hope this video has been helpful. Retirees, come to Georgia. I promise you will love it. And make sure you explore one of the towns that we talked about today.